All right, everybody. Hello and welcome. I'm your health fitness specialist, Quinn, here today with another session of abs and core. So today we're going to get started with a gentle warm up, a little bit of light stretching, and then we're going to go through our 2 circuits and finish out with a cool down as well. First things first, with our warm up, we're going to do a reach and bend, going side to side, bending through the sides in our spine so that we're getting nice and loose through our core. Excuse me 1 second here. Then we're going to get into a deep squat, open up the hips, and do some lateral squats as well, moving side to side. Next up, we're going to do our bird dogs, prone overhead press, plank extensions, and then plank bike crunches as well. And then we're going to go into leg raises, glute bridges, single knee tucks, heel taps, and flutter kicks to finish things out. We're going to go twice through each 2 circuits, and then we're going to go finish off with our thread the needle and our pipe calf stretch. All right, so getting started, we're going to go into our reach and bend, bringing our hands up and reaching to the side, moving back and forth each side. Side to side, getting nice and loose, moving through the spine there. Reaching up top, still getting some movement. And we're going to get our legs wide and hopping down into a deep squat. Getting nice deep, getting those elbows inside of the knee, spreading the knees out and opening up the hips. And coming back up, keeping our hands down to the ground, getting into a lateral squat, extending out the leg. And rocking back to the side. But one more time over. And back over to the side. All right. Starting into our first circuit here, we're going to go into our bird dogs. So getting the hands and knees down to the ground and extending hand and leg out. Getting a nice long hold. Keeping that hand and leg extended out. Coming back down and switching sides. Hopping into a nice long hold. Getting that stability there. Switching sides again. And extending out. All right, now we're going to go into our prone overhead press, getting our hands out in front, coming down to the side actually, popping up, then extending the hands out and coming back down. Nice even pace, extending those hands out front, coming back to the side and back down. A few more here. And done. Good. Next up, we're going to go into our plank. So getting our hands down to the ground and pressing the ground away, popping up. And lowering down. Next up, we're going to do our plank extensions. So popping up into our pillar plank with our hands on the ground. We're going to extend one hand out, switching sides, back and forth. Few more seconds, and done. Next up, we've got our plank bicycle crunches. So we're going to get back into that pillar pose right here, and we're going to tap elbow to knee, crossing through the hips, getting a little bit of a twist as we bring that knee up towards the elbow. And rest. Okay, good. We're going to go one more time through that circuit, getting our hands and knees down on the ground, starting with the bird dogs, and extending the hand and leg out, holding, and coming down, extending out, holding, and coming down. Switching. On one side. And done. Good. Now, laying back down, we're going to go into those prone overhead press. So, hands down by the shoulders. Going to bring the hands up, extending out. Few more seconds here. Keep moving, still got some time on the clock. Few more seconds. And done. Good. Next up, we're going to go into our plank, putting the elbows below the shoulders and pressing the ground away, popping those hips up. Getting a hold, a few more seconds. And rest. Now we've got our plank extensions. And as a regression here, you can always bring the hands or the knees down so that you're on your knees. Again, getting them a little bit wider for that stability. And extending that hand out. And done. Next up, we've got our bike crunches from the plank. So getting those knees up and twisting knee to chest. Few more seconds. And rest. Good. Next up, we've got our leg raises. Hopping into our second circuit here. Just readjust my mat here. Very good. All right. Laying flat on our back. We're going to extend the legs out. Getting our hands below our hips. And swinging the feet up. All the way up. Nice and slow, controlled pace down. Getting a little tap. And popping back up. And done. Next up, we've got our glute bridges. So getting our feet down on the ground, driving our weight through the heels, bringing the hips up, and squeezing at the top. Holding nice and long at the top. We're going to do a long hold today. Really focusing on keeping those glutes engaged. Nice long glute bridge hold. Keeping those hips up. Nice line through the shoulders, through the hips to the knee. And lowering down. Good. Next up, we've got our single knee tucks. So one leg at a time, you're going to bring the leg up and extend all the way back out and down, switching legs. Side to side, getting that knee as high up as it'll go towards the chest. Few more. And done. Good. Next up, we've got our heel taps. So you're gonna bend the knees, keep your feet flat on the floor, and swing it side to side. Keeping your shoulders off the ground. You're gonna tap each heel with your fingertips. And to make it a little bit more challenging, just inch those toes up a little bit further. You gotta get those shoulders off the ground. Swinging side to side. Few more seconds. And rest. Good. Next up, we've got our flutter kicks. All right, so getting our hands below the hips, feet out, kicking straight up in the air. Nice short kicks. Nice and fast. And done. Good. Next up, we're going back to our leg raises. So extending the legs out and swinging up. Getting nice, big, sweeping feet raise. Few more. And done. Good. Next up, we got our glute bridge hold. So getting our heels below the knees and driving our hips up. Holding in the air, squeezing our hips together. Getting a nice line from the shoulders through the hips, through the knees. And holding up at the top, not letting those hips drop. Got a few more seconds keeping that hold. And lowering down. Nice job. Next up, we got our single knee tucks. Legs fully extended out, driving one knee up and extending out. Few more, keep it up. And done. Good. Next up, we've got our heel tap. So getting those shoulders up and swinging side to side. Back and forth. Nice quick taps. And done. Good. All right. Next up, we've got our flutter kicks. So extending the feet out and kicking up and down. Nice and fast. Last set here, so really keep the work going. Keeping that spine pulled down to the ground. And done. Nice job, everybody. We're gonna finish out with some light stretching. Getting our hand underneath the armpit and through. With our thread the needle here. And popping and twisting up. One more on this side. And up. Good. And dropping down. Twisting through. And coming up. Twisting down and through. And coming up. Last one. And coming up. And we got a child's pose, rocking back. And forward, rocking back again. And forward, rocking back one more time. All right, from here, we're gonna go into our pike calf stretch. So bringing the feet and hips up, pressing one heel down to the ground, stretching deep into that calf. Switching sides. And finishing out. All right, everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. Hopping into our workout class once again. My name is Quinn with Exos at Autodesk, your health fitness specialist. Please leave any questions, comments, concerns, or critiques that you may have so we can make this the best class for you guys as possible. Thank you so much. Hope you all have a great day.